I felt like these things weren't happening by mistake right before she was going to get married. And I would want somebody to tell me that. I said to myself, I'm going to message her again and just say, please don't do this.
All right, y'all, so let's get into it because Evelyn Lozada is on IG Live saying she's tired of defending herself. Meanwhile, Jennifer Williams is out here acting like she's had enough. And honestly, she's not holding back at all this time. Jennifer is done playing nice and she's putting Evelyn all the way on blast. We're talking about calling her a liar about her past relationships. And Jen's not just talking either. She came with receipts, like actual DMs and texts that allegedly show Evelyn trashing her exes behind the scenes while playing the victim in public. According to Jennifer, Evelyn's been twisting the truth for years just to protect her image, like that situation with Chad. Jennifer saying Evelyn wasn't blindsided the way she claimed, and with Carl, Jennifer's hinting that Evelyn had already moved on before the engagement was even officially over. If you thought this was just a shade, nah. Jennifer came with names, dates, and screenshots as well.
Whatever you say.
And let me tell you something. You done talked about my daughter and you done brought my daughter, but you don't got kids. You don't got kids.
Yeah, I do.
You never carried a kid. Keep my daughter's name out your mouth. Because you won't be able to walk the streets of LA. You keep bringing my daughter up and who she's with.
All right, let's rewind a bit, because to really understand why this latest drama hit so hard, we gotta talk about how close Evelyn and Jennifer used to be. And I'm not talking about some surface level reality TV alliance type of friendship. These two were like sisters. Back in the early days of Basketball Wives, they were each other's ride or die. Through breakups, career moves, heartbreak, and all the chaos that comes with being on a messy show like that, they had each other's back. When Evelyn was dealing with all the heat from her relationship with Chad Ochocinco, Jennifer was one of the main people supporting her. She stood by Evelyn during the domestic violence situation, the divorce, and all the media drama that followed. And Evelyn was just as present when Jennifer was going through that painful divorce from Eric Williams. They cried together, laughed together, defended each other on and off camera. It was one of the few friendships on the show that felt real. But somewhere along the way, things shifted. Jennifer started questioning if Evelyn was really making the best choices when it came to men. And look, if your best friend sees you going through toxic relationships back to back, of course they're gonna speak up, right? But Evelyn didn't take it like that. She saw it as Jennifer judging her. That's when the energy changed. Evelyn felt betrayed. She called Jennifer fake and accused her of running her mouth behind her back. And Jennifer wasn't about to stay quiet. She stood on what she said, claiming that Evelyn's choices were toxic, not just for her, but for everyone around her. You know how it goes. Say one honest thing and suddenly you're fake and jealous. Now let's talk about when everything really hit the fan. Y'all remember Evelyn literally tried to jump over a table to get to Jennifer. That was the moment it became clear this friendship wasn't just cracked, it was shattered. After that, it was just back and forths for years. They'd try to make up on camera, smile at events, act like everything was cool, but you could always feel the tension. Every time it looked like they were rebuilding, something messy would go down again. Whether it was old tweets resurfacing, shady interviews, or just throwing slick comments and confessionals, the trust between them was gone. Fast forward to now, and Jennifer's acting like she's been holding all the tea and she's finally pouring it.
I appreciate the concern, and I wouldn't expect for my friends to do anything else.
All right, so let's get into the real heat, because this is where Jennifer just starts dragging. She went straight for Evelyn's pattern of playing the victim in every relationship. And listen, whether you like Jen or not, she made some points that got people talking. She started off by saying, Evelyn always finds a way to come out of every situation looking like the one who was hurt the most. And to back it up, she brought up the whole Chad Ochocinco mess. Now, we all remember that marriage. It barely lasted a month before it ended in a domestic violence incident. Evelyn's been vocal for years about how that broke her, but Jennifer basically said there's more to that story. She's not saying the abuse didn't happen, but she hinted that Evelyn wasn't just some innocent bystander who got blindsided. According to Jennifer, Evelyn knew what kind of man she was marrying, and instead of walking away, she leaned into the drama. Jennifer claims that Evelyn saw the headlines coming and was already planning how to spin it in her favor. Then she threw Carl Crawford into the mix. Remember, Evelyn and Carl were engaged, had a kid together, and then it was over. At the time, Evelyn painted it like it just didn't work out, but Jennifer's saying that behind the scenes, Evelyn was already done with the relationship way before she let the public know. And not only that, she had other men in the picture the whole time. According to Jennifer, Evelyn always had a plan B. If one relationship didn't work, she had someone else lined up. That's why, Jen says, Evelyn always seemed to bounce back so fast. It wasn't healing, it was strategy. Look, Evelyn's breakup with Chad was front page news one week, and the next time we saw her, she was already glowing up and moving on. Then the same thing with Carl. Jennifer's saying that kind of bounce back doesn't just happen. It's planned. But Jennifer didn't stop there. She said, y'all don't believe me? Okay then, let me show y'all something. And guys, she brought screenshots. Jennifer came with alleged text messages and DMs from Evelyn. These weren't just random messages. We're talking stuff that allegedly shows Evelyn dragging her own exes in private, making secret plans with new men while she was still publicly booed up, and basically doing the complete opposite of what she told fans. She even had messages that made it look like Evelyn was already talking trash about Carl before they broke up, calling him controlling, complaining about money stuff, and saying she felt trapped. But in public, Evelyn was posting family pics and talking about how blessed she was, and when Jennifer dropped these receipts, Evelyn completely lost it. She hopped on Instagram Live saying Jennifer was trying to ruin her name and bring up pain she had already healed from. Shay said she was tired of being attacked and always having to explain her past. But here's where things split. Some fans started saying, Evelyn crying on camera isn't new, she's done it on Basketball Wives too. So now people are asking, is she really hurt or is she just performing? Because we've watched Evelyn for years, and yes, she's emotional, but she also knows how to control the narrative. So when Jennifer brings out these receipts and Evelyn goes live in tears again, it makes people question whether it's real pain or just damage control. But here's the twist. While Jennifer's putting Evelyn's business out there, folks started digging into Jennifer's new man.
There's a lot of things that are false. And
Jennifer.
First of all, we're not going to make this about Christian.
Well, it kind of is. This actually came to me. Carl's cousin went and invested money and has been trying to get her money back. Tell your man to send her $1,500 back.
So now eyes are on Christian Gold, Jennifer's husband, and let's just say his past ain't exactly squeaky clean. Word is he's been tied to some questionable stuff. Rumors about illegal business deals, financial scams, and maybe even fraud. And that's when people started wondering, was Evelyn actually warning Jennifer with that IG post after all? Like, maybe that message wasn't petty? Maybe it was Evelyn's messy way of saying, I know something you don't. But Jennifer, she's standing 10 toes down next to her man. She went online and said she's not here for the drama and that people need to stop trying to ruin her moment. She says Christian is good to her and that they're happy, end of story. At this point, it's not even about who's right, it's who's got more dirt to dig up next.
I haven't talked to Jennifer since the reunion, and I just feel like she should rethink getting married to this person.
I just heard online that Christian, Jennifer's fiance, may be going to jail.
Now here's where things start getting really messy because it's not just between Evelyn and Jennifer anymore. The rest of the Basketball Wives cast, they've jumped into and they are not keeping it cute. Let's start with Malaysia. She went on Instagram and dropped this little gem about fake friendships and people who smile in your face then throw you under the bus. She didn't tag anybody, but come on, the timing wasn't random. Fans were quick to say she's aiming straight at Jennifer, especially since they've had tension before and Malaysia's always been closer to Evelyn. Then we've got Jackie Christie, who's been spotted hanging with Evelyn recently. Now, if you know Jackie, you already know she is the type to light the fire, then pull up a chair to watch it burn. So the fact that she's siding with Evelyn, yeah, that just tells us this drama is far from over. But wait, Shawnee O'Neal threw in her 2 cents too. She posted something like, real friends keep it honest even when it's uncomfortable, but fans are thinking that one might have been a nod to Jennifer. like Shawnee's giving her props for speaking up. And let's be real, Shawnee usually plays it neutral, so any post from her speaks volumes. And then we got Tammy Roman, always the voice of no filter reality. She jumped on her podcast and basically said both women are too grown to still be in this type of drama. But you know how the internet works. Viewers saw every word, and some swear she was throwing extra shade at Evelyn, not Jennifer. So now it's not just Evelyn versus Jennifer, it's a whole cast war. And guess what? The reunion is right around the corner. And according to people behind the scenes, this reunion is about to be a lot. Word is, Evelyn's already telling folks she's done with Jennifer for good. But Jennifer? She's hinting that she's still got receipts that she hasn't dropped yet. And knowing how she's been moving, that could mean anything from text messages to full-on audio clips. Producers are already teasing that someone walks off set, possibly mid-filming. And some fans are even saying Evelyn might quit the show altogether if it gets too personal. But let's be honest, we've heard that before, and she's always back. But y'all know how it goes. Just when they say it's over, one DM or one comment brings it all back up again. So here's where we leave it to y'all. Is Jennifer finally speaking up after staying quiet for years? Or is this her way of getting back in the spotlight? And Evelyn, is she really the one being attacked? Or has she just gotten really good at playing the victim when things go left? Because when you really look at it, both of them have dirt, both of them have history, and both of them are clearly not done. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Who's telling the truth and who's doing the most? See y'all in the next video.